Hi, my name's Chris and I'm a content manager at First Base, and this is my content masterclass series. Over the next few vlogs we're going to be covering some of the best things about content, as well as my tips and tricks and some of the key topics around content. This is my part one and it's writing for the web. Now, I hear a lot of the time that content is easy. Even if you're a really good writer, it's not easy. There is so much content being churned out now. Brands are using their blogs as essentially like newsrooms or content hubs. You know, it's all about cutting through the noise. It doesn't matter how good you are as a writer. If people don't read your stuff, then it doesn't matter. So in this vlog, I'm going to give you my top 5 tips on how to write the best web copy. So my first point is always understand your audience. Never ever write anything before you understand who you're writing for. And I see this all the time. People just want to dive straight in and just be like, yeah, that's easy. I can write a blog about something. I can write a guide. If you don't know who your audience is, how do you know what tone you need to use? How do you know how long the piece needs to be? How do you even know what type of content it needs to be? Does it need to be a guide, a blog, a piece of web content, a social campaign, infographic? Different audiences require different things. Are you writing for senior business leaders or are you not? That will determine everything that you do. So never do anything without understanding your audience first. So my second point is always to write visual, catchy copy. Keep your headlines short, make them punchy. I used to do this a couple of times myself and be guilty of it. I'd write content without, the graphics and the visual aspect in mind. And after point 1, you should know who you're writing for. So now you should combine that with visual graphics to make it very shareable, very clickable. And of course, more shares, more clicks means more leads, more traffic. So more people see your stuff. So always keep in mind that the visual aspect of things now is very, very important, as things like social media have changed the way that we consume our content. My third point, make Google love you, and it's never been more important for that to happen. The way people consume content now is a lot of it's driven through search engine optimization. And yes, SEO is a buzzword, but it's vitally important. So always keep your keywords in mind when you're writing copy. If it's on a blog, you want to rank high for that. So get your keywords in early, make your paragraph short, so it's readable, because Google goes through all of that. And while this is really important, there are so many tools out there today, a lot of them free to use, that can really help. Yoast SEO, for example, free, easy tool, integrates with your website. Get it in there, it can sort you all your meta descriptions, keywords and so on. Really simple process, amber, red or green for how well you've done it. But it's just, these little things can start improving your search ranking, which means that your content is more findable from potential customers. Point 4 is ensure the customer journey is smooth, because if the customer journey isn't smooth, they'll just click away from your website or your content just like that and go to a competitor. There needs to be clear call to actions. There needs to be a journey throughout the piece. Are they reading a blog to go on to somewhere else? Are they reading a social post that you want them to click through to somewhere else? This is where tools like marketing automation and workflows can come into play. But essentially it's about making the journey very smooth, and always keep in mind what's in it for me, because if it's unclear, if it's not concise, then they'll just leave. It's simple. And my fifth and final point is writing copy with emotion. Emotion is everything these days, because that is the way you truly cut through the brand noise and make people actually listen to what you're saying. Now, I went to Boston for Inbound conference about 2 months ago, and that was a massive theme about everything that they do. It's all about emotion. And the best guys in the business, you can be sure they're doing it. Take a look at Microsoft, Adobe, Apple, Uber. There's a number of examples, and Adobe in particular for B2B brands, it's a real inspiration, because they use their CMO channel to really connect with senior marketers. And it's all about building emotion. They don't plug their product too much. It's all about providing value and actually building a story. And that is where you'll really connect with people, and essentially emotion drives decisions. So to create more sales, don't just hit them with a load of product jargon. Don't just hit them with a load of sales spiel. Actually write a story, that can connect with their pain points and provide value for them. Thanks very much for checking out my part 1 of the content series masterclass. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to check the links in the bio, because there's some really good tools and inspiration in there. And stay tuned for my next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this First Base video. If you'd like to see more, click here. And if you'd like to subscribe, click here.